Hello and welcome. I hope you're all having an amazing weekend. It's Sunday when I'm filming this video and it will be posted on Sunday as well. So I do wish you a beautiful Sunday. Also, thank you so much for those of you who already subscribed to this channel. I noticed that we are already almost 150 and I wanted to mention it in the video as well. It's also a memory will stay in this video, and it's a memory going back to it when it will become a memory, because right now this video is not a memory, it's in the present. But we're gonna do a career reading. We're gonna focus on and career and finances. Actually, we're gonna focus on what you need to know right now about your career and finances. We do have 3 parts. Please take in consideration that this is a general reading. Take only what resonates and leave the rest behind. And of course, if you are interested in a private reading with me, you will find the link for my website in the description box. We have pile number 1 with we have for all of them the 9 of Pentacles. We have pile number 1, and this deck, let me tell you, we have the unfolding path. Okay, and then pile number 2, and this is called the Mystic Psyche Tarot. Let me also show you the box. I don't have many tarot decks, so if you will come back, you'll notice, you will familiarize yourself with the decks that I have. But for now, and pile number 3, we also have the Tarot of the Abyss. Right. So pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, the timestamps are in the description box. Please select your pile, and when you're ready, I will see you at your reading. Hello, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. Let's find out what you need to know about your career and finances. You chose the Unfolding Path Tarot, and we're gonna dive straight into it. For pile number 1, what do they need to know about their career and finances? It's a very beautiful card there. There is the Four of Wands. What they need to know about their career and finances. Okay. I'm not sure what this one is. I try to sneak a peek a little bit. Let's take one more. Right. At the bottom, we have the Hierophant. We start with the Four of Wands, followed by the Strength, the Three of Wands, the Knight of Wands. This energy is so clean, so beautiful. First of all of them are grounded in the element of fire. We have the Wands in the minor arcana, and then we have the Strength, which also is grounded in the element of fire. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant, which comes with the element of earth. Interestingly enough, we have the Strength here as a major arcana, which holds a major influence in your decisions, in your actions. Let's clarify this, because I feel like let's clarify. I will use the same deck. I was tempted to use this small Rider-Waite Smith deck, but I kind of feel like, okay, let me use the same deck. Let's use the same deck. Okay, let's clarify the Four of Wands. What do they need to know about their career and finances? What I'm seeing so far, there is a lot of potential. A lot of potential for growth. I see that the direction of your career and finances is the correct one, is moving towards, and it's aligning towards some form of celebratory moment, an upgrade. But I need more details, because we have only the fire, and the fire showing only the potential. I need more. So let's see. Why do we have the Three of Wands? Yes, I mean, the Three of Wands clarified by the Nine of Cups. At the bottom, the Hanged Man. The Death with the Queen of Cups. The Page of Cups here. The Nine of Cups. The Five of Wands. Clarifying the Knight of Wands. And what do we have here? The Hanged Man, the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Swords. 9 could could be significant here. You might have dealt, and maybe you are still dealing a little bit with stagnation, with postponements in your life, with a lack of growth. You could feel very worried, or you are just getting out of a period where you have felt very worried about your work, about your financial situation. I feel like this is more about your financial situation and your situation overall. I feel like this collective, this group is for those of you who have something on the side, who are working on a dream, because uh, and it's something that is very creative. I'm not having an energy of a classic 9 to 5 job here. That's why I wanted to clarify, to have a better image over what is currently going on, because we have all this fire upright, and then below we have the element of water, both of them speaking about your vision, speaking about what you feel in your heart to create. The page of cups, it's a very visionary type of energy. It's also holding an energy that connects with your intuition, with your soul, with your heart space, with what you love to do at the same time. The Nine of Cups, element of water again, which indicates a wish fulfillment. The Five of Wands, here I will clarify it a little bit with the Knight of Wands, because this is a little bit conflictual, or can speak about some competition in your circumstances. Overall, what I can tell you, pile number one, is that you are closing a chapter of difficulties. We do have them here. I mean, we have the Hanged Man, and I can explain why, because I feel like you have made some change, or you will soon make a change that will switch the entire situation you are dealing with so far, financially and career wise, and with your projects, because I feel like this relates with something that is very creative and close to your heart. And so the Hanged Man indicates a need to change something in the way that you perceive your circumstances, or in the way that you are doing certain steps towards manifesting your dreams, because otherwise, so you can manifest the success you deserve to have. The Nine of Wands also speaks about defensiveness, feeling wounded, feeling tired, feeling overwhelmed, dealing with battles after battles after battles. Perhaps each time you were feeling like, oh, the situation is improving, you were having another step back and another step back, and another thing was appearing, and it seemed like perhaps you don't have enough time to just settle, just have a breathe, because you were surrounded by all sorts of like issues and problems financially and with your career at the same time. Even if you have tried perhaps to take a regular job, or maybe you have one, maybe it's not one that satisfies you, but the focus here is not on a 9 to 5 job at all. The focus is on something that is creative. And so for those of you who are coming with a 9 to 5 job, I don't see this energy here, so please choose another pile. If you come here with a energy of like, I'm having a business on the side, I'm having a creative project on the side, then this is definitely your pile. We also have the energy of transformation with the Death card. That card indicates leaving behind something that no longer serves you and transmuting it into something better. The Death is an energy of ending that is natural, it's not enforced. We close a chapter of our lives, and we are ready emotionally to move forward. It's coming with a little bit of transition, the in-between period where we start to feel that things are improving, but we don't yet see all the signs. It's true, if you are someone who knows tarot, it's true that I'm also channeling a little bit the Two of Wands energy here, because I'm picking it up, but I'm feeling like you are feeling this energy that things are improving, and this also comes almost like confirmation. Yes, you're right. I mean, we have it even here without me even having to. The Queen of Cups is intuitive, she's connected with her heart space. She's also the Queen of Cups, so she is mastering her element, but she's very aware of her emotions without her allowing them to take charge over her, to control her, or to take to scattered or scatter her. And so the Queen of Cups with the Four of Wands tells me that you already feel that this shift is about to enter into your life, and the Four of Wands is securing this shift because it speaks about feeling at home. And so I feel like you will be surrounded by people in your environment, in your with collective. You'll be surrounded by a collective of people that are very supportive of your work. Those of you who are working in social media or with large collectives of people, you'll start to feel at home because you start to align with the right people who understand you, your vision, your language. Even if, let's say, you have stayed because you felt connected with this pile and you are in a 9 to 5 job, I see the same thing. Uh, I feel like you start to align with people who understand your vision, your values, your principles, and they are so eager to support you and your vision. They want for you to succeed with what you're doing because they trust in your vision. And so this is a very beautiful and supportive energy. And aside of that, the Four of Wands indicates an upgrade in your situation from not having too much to deal with, like financially, towards having a very comfortable situation, or from even from being like a small business owner towards being a very successful social media presence. And because of that, your business grows as well. If you are in a 9 to 5 job, then again we have this upgrade. There is some form of upgrade in your position, in your finances as well. The Page of Cups also brings this energy of vision with the strength. This is almost like coming as a confirmation. You have maintained a course of action that is in alignment with your truth, and you haven't negotiated it. You haven't yes, you haven't negotiated it, and because of that, you receive this alignment with the right people because you have been courageous and brave enough. You have been trusting enough in your vision, and now people start to notice it for what it is and to offer their support. The strength comes with a place of empowerment, with strength. And so while the page alone can signify an energy that is a little bit unstable, ungrounded because it's young, and it could be, sometimes it could be perceived as fantasist. Now with the strength, you have an energy of empowerment over your vision. So I'm not sure what is your vision. We also have it here with the Three of Wands, but I see expansion, I see growth, I see the first layers, the first foundational layers being settled. And because they are so strongly grounded in alignment with your truth and with your initial vision, without any sabotage, they will be very strong and powerful and supportive of having a major transformation and growth, like year after year or month after month. The Three of Wands also speaks about something that is about to come, a wish fulfillment. For some of you, it could be an amount of money out of nowhere, because we don't have a source of income that is like traditional here. That's why I said from the beginning, there is nothing traditional here. We have a lot of creativity, we have a lot of sensitivity, artistry, having a vision, being connected to your heart. We don't have this Page of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, not even Eight of Pentacles. So we don't have this those energies. We don't even have like the swords, like a Page of Swords, nothing like that. We have these energies that are very closely connected with anything that is creative and in alignment with what I would call a soul purpose. Let's clarify this with the Five of Wands here and the Knight of Wands. And what is the message of this? What do they need to know? It comes almost like an advice, and I mean, and after this, okay, so it comes almost as an advice, because we have the Lovers, which is holding the energy of making a choice with an open heart without compromising your values, your morals, your principles, and your visions. The Seven of Wands holds an energy of protection, having healthy boundaries and not being afraid to settle them when you feel like other people try to take advantage of you, or you feel like you are being tempted to step outside of what you have decided that is your vision. The Knight of Swords is an energy that is very rushed in, but it can also come with an energy that is very judgmental, which can create a conflictual energy and can trigger you to act a little bit too, I'm not sure if creative is the right word, maybe a little bit impulsively. So this comes as an advice here to be aware, to not allow any form of judgmental thoughts or harsh energy to distract you, to create this, to trigger you, to trust, because there will be people who will tell you that, oh, you will not be successful, or, oh, I don't like what you're doing, or, oh, judge. Or it's natural. We are 8 billion of people on earth, so it's like we are way too many to lose our time with this type of situation. It's impossible to not get this type of situations. And with this type of people, it's normal. We will have different opinions and perspectives. It's natural, but don't allow those to influence you. Another thing here is to not rush into anything, to allow things to unfold naturally. I know that this is difficult. It's it's a lesson that was very harsh for me to learn as well, to be patient in the process and not rush or try to take the leadership of it and try to move it, to control it in any way, but rather do what is on my side without forcing anything, without trying to force anything. Because if you rush things, then again, you might miss some details. That is the message of the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is a very smart, witty person or personality or energy, if you wish, is in the element of air. But at the same time, he didn't master yet his element, and so he has the tendency to speak his truth, but in a way that is not diplomatic at all, or is trying, when he's trying to achieve something, is rushing into achieving those goals without having the patience to observe, to notice, to strategize, to see if anything could go against its plans, because it's too rushed in, focused on manifesting its goal. Because of that, he is missing certain details in his manifestation. And when something happens that is not in alignment with what he wants, then he's not prepared for it. He's not a king, he's not a queen either. And so the advice is a little bit like double edged, if you wish, because on one side we have this rushed in energy, and on the other side we have this judgmental, due to how the Knight of Swords works. Judgmental, or very like words that maybe is their truth, but it doesn't have to be your truth. So if someone is criticizing you for your work, is saying that, oh, I see your art and I don't like it, well, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Don't allow that to get to you, basically, and to trigger you to question yourself. That's why it comes with the Seven of Wands energy, because it can create conflictual energy, and this conflictual and triggering energy could also influence you into taking an action that is also in an immature energy. The Knight of Wands, also hasn't yet, it is not yet a master of its own element, is very explorative. When we are in the Knight of Wands energy, we have the tendency to test way too many things, to explore too many possibilities, too many ways of doing things. And this is going against our sense of stability and what can actually build up something in our lives, especially with such a beautiful vision you have here that connects with your heart. And then what do we have here? We have the Six of Wands, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Judgment. You see, now we have it in the Queen of Pentacles, your financial situation, your stability, your home, your money. We have you under the spotlight with the Six of Wands, an energy of success and victory, visibility at the same time, progress, an upgrade, again coming forward with the Six of Wands. The Judgment also shows a major transformative energy coming forward at the same time, moving away from this scarcity and lack and lack of resources at the same time from your life, towards a journey that is filled with support and with enough finances for yourself to grow further and further. With the Judgment, we wake up because we allow ourselves to face whatever needs to be faced, to release it from our system, and then to move away towards where we are supposed to be, where we truly belong. And we always belong in a position of leadership and power and abundance and success. We were not created to be small. We were not created to be undermined. We were not created to be poor. These are just the results of our experiences on earth and how we learn in the process. We do mistakes in the process. We then outgrow them in the process at the same time. So this is a very beautiful energy telling me that you will manifest this desire, this vision. It will come to fruition into your life, and it will bring you the success you need and you want. And yes, we have the Two of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles. You have been through this process already of mastering your craft. So it could be some form of art. For some of you, it could be that you are a psychic, because we have the Queen of Cups. It could involve some form of business, like that is in regards to taking care of others, being a spiritual teacher, or someone who speaks and shares information about self-care, spirituality, mental health. It could be about writing a book, although I'm not having much of the element of swords aside of the advice here. And so there are so many aspects or ideas and possibilities that are coming forward, but it's very close connected to your heart, with something that you have invested in so much. And here it says, because and you are also advised, if you haven't yet made the decision, because you stay truthful to yourself, to your own voice, this will create that massive success. And what I mean by that, don't try to change the way you paint your art, or don't try to change the way that you make that style. As for me, because I can give myself as an example. For me, my style, I'm very I put the blunt in the titles, but it's not that I'm blunt. I'm just realistic in what I'm seeing. Is if a reading says that everything is fine, like we have here, this is what I'm saying. I don't seek the shadow work aspect of it, and I only treat it if it comes forward. But for the majority of people watching in, it seems like it's a blunt type of reading style. For me, it's just I'm honest with what I'm seeing. So what is coming forward, this is what I will say, but this is my style. And so me trying to change that, it will make me wobbly, because it's not my truth, it's not how I work, it's not my uniqueness also. And so here the advice is to, however you move, if you're the pencil, however you draw, whatever is unique to you, keep it, don't change it. This doesn't mean that you won't master it, and it won't expand in time, and it won't, because my style also expanded in time and will continue to as well. But that frequency behind it, that truthfulness behind it, it's always there. And this is why here it says, don't change that. Don't change your truth. Don't try to uh, apply something just because someone else did it and it seems much easier or whatever. Do it your way. Do it how it feels truthful to you in your heart. Maintain your uniqueness, because your uniqueness will be the one that will help you to shine and will give you this success. But pile number one, this is what I'm having for you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I wish you a lovely day, and we're gonna speak soon. Bye. Hello, pile number two, and welcome to your reading. You chose this Nine of Pentacles, that is from the Mystic Psyche Tarot. Yes, from the Mystic Psyche Tarot deck. Let's find out what you need to know about your career and finances. We're gonna go straight into the matter. For pile number two, what they need to know about their career and finances. Let's take one more. Queen of Cups. At the bottom we have the Two of Cups. Okay. We start with the Five of Pentacles. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Two of Cups. Okay. I feel like this will go more towards guidance, straight into the guidance, what you need to know, perhaps what you need to know in regards to what is causing this Five of Pentacles and this Five of Cups at the same time. let's clarify them. Let's clarify the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Two of Cups. Okay. At the bottom, the Ten of Wands. Before, so I don't forget. Firstly, you notice how, at least here, I'm not sure here, but at least here, we don't have any indication for the job itself or for the source of finances itself or for the career itself. We only have the status quo of your situation right now, which with the Five of Pentacles, it's grounded in an energy of lack and scarcity, not having enough, feeling a little bit out in the cold, dealing with hardships when it comes to your financial situation. For some of you, maybe you don't have a job right now, and this might be why it doesn't come forward here. The Five of Cups, we have the energy again, 5-5. These are challenging energies. Five of Cups speaks about disappointment, a period of loss, feeling at loss at the same time, followed by the Queen of Cups and the Two of Cups. And if you notice, the Queen of Cups is facing the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, while behind her is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups here comes with an energy of alignment and unity within yourself, where the focus perhaps should be on aligning within different parts of yourself. And I will get to why it's so important, because if you focus too much on the lack, you won't find the solution. You need to build your internal strength so you can deal with these hardships. This is not something that is easy to go through. This is not easy to battle. This is not easy to outgrow. It cannot go away like flashing. It's something that requires your strength. But in order to have that strength, you need to focus on trusting yourself, filling your own cup first of all, so you have enough fuel, enough endurance, enough resilience, enough trust, and enough je ne sais quoi of, you know what, like the fire, because this I'm actually feeling it. You know what? I'm not sitting here. This is not what I deserve. This is not my fate. This is not. This is just temporary. And so maybe I've fallen once. I stumbled, and now I'm getting back on my feet, and I'm sorting this situation. So you need that fire, that fuel that helps you to outgrow these circumstances, helps you to see, to have a more clear perspective over the solutions that exist, and to actually focus on the solutions. And that energy comes from within. It's not coming from outside, it comes from within. Hence why the Two of Cups is so important here, and hence why I've mentioned that the focus should be on the Two of Cups actually, rather than here. Because when we are in lack, when we are in scarcity, when we feel pain, when we are in disappointing energies, or in disappointment, we don't focus on the solution, we focus on the lack. We don't see any way out of it. We feel at loss, we feel in darkness, and it's very sad, it's very depressive, and it's very anxious, and it's making us lose sleep. And at the same time, we have no progress, because this is not an energy that can help us to progress anywhere. Let's see, the clarifier, the Knight of Pentacles, this, the Three of Wands, the Word, and then here we have the Eight of Wands, where the action should be in the Two of Cups. This is not something that, the whole focus, if you have problems with finances, the whole focus should be on just on loving yourself. It's not what I'm saying. It's just that you need to look deep down within and do that small practice with yourself. Question yourself, am I where I'm supposed to be? Because I know that I'm capable of more than that. I know that I deserve better. I know that I love myself enough so I can break free from these circumstances. I know that I'm worthy. I know that I'm in an energy of abundance, because the energy of abundance starts from within. It starts from energy. That's why it's energy. And I will use this fuel to better my circumstances. Indeed, with the Five of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, for some of you could be that you might have lost a job. You might find difficult to keep a job at the same time, which affects your circumstances, your financial situation overall. And so there could be an indication here, but at the same time, the Knight of Pentacles, it's an energy of commitment. It's an energy of steadiness. It's an energy of putting effort, brick by brick by brick, building a foundation in your career and in your finances. But here it comes as a clarifier for the Five of Pentacles, telling me that perhaps you have tried, you did that, and you haven't had the results you wanted. It still ended up in lack. And maybe the factors influencing those things were outside of your control, like maybe you have dealt with redundancy, I believe it's called, or people who were sabotaging you and your progress. And then with the Five of Cups and the Two of Wands, again, the Two of Wands is an energy of vision, expansion, waiting for something to happen and not happening, waiting for something to change and not change. And it's unfortunate how we don't see that it's in our human consciousness belief system to have this behavior, and we kind of still traditionally sending it and teaching it to or were others. Even the other day I was reading, I draw an oracle card for myself. I don't read for myself actually, like 99% at all. Very rarely I do, because I kind of rely on energy, like I read energy, I don't know how to explain it, on my psychic without any tools. But I draw an oracle card, and I went and read it from the book, and there was saying, oh, angels, you need to trust in the universe that will provide for you. It's not how it works. We are the universe. We are here to provide for ourselves. We are not here to depend on someone or something to provide for us. We are here as powerful beings. And saying that, oh, wait for something to fall from the sky, is saying that, you is exactly that. If you say that, oh, give your power away to the divine, to spirit, to the universe, to however you want to call it, to do something for you, to create the steps for you, to create the map of your life, you are actually giving your power away in this process. It's not how it works, because you also wait for something to fall from the sky, and again, it's not how it works. And so this disappointment here caused by this situation, like no one helps, no, it comes related with this behavior and with this system beliefs that we created as humans. So it's not okay, my throat chakra, one moment. Okay, much better. And so it's not your fault that you have this behavior. I have had so many other limiting beliefs that I didn't even realize. And this one as well, when I started my spiritual journey, I had similar belief system until, step by step, year after year, month after month. It took a while. So this is something that it takes a while to realize, because everyone around us say the same thing, but the reality is that we don't come here to wait for the divine to create the map for us on what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and then for something to fall from the sky. It's not how it works. We come here to empower ourselves even more, to learn to work with our light, to expand. And so having this disappointment is grounded and rooted and in alignment with this system belief, because you feel unsupported. You feel like you know that you are a good person, you are someone who is fair with others, you are hardworking. Why is this happening to me? Why I'm not having anything, or why I'm not receiving any support from the divine? And you see, and this creates this Five of Cups, which is not an energy that can be supportive for you to step into your power. And you are not depicted as a page, you are not depicted as a knight, you are depicted as the Queen of Cups. And what the Queen of Cups wants to say here, it speaks about your emotions and how you master them, or how you allow them to control you. Because the Queen of Cups is floating above the water, she's holding this chalice, and this chalice is theoretically in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, sorry, I have it here, is the only one that is covered. Why? Because she doesn't need to uncover the cup to see what is inside of it. She's floating above the waters because water is her element, but she allows her feelings to be felt without allowing them to control her or to dictate her actions. She's aware and conscious of these feelings without getting drawn by them. Here can come, this can come as an advice. This can also shows your sensitivity, your altruistic nature, your compassionate nature, the fact that you are a very good person, you are a very kind person, you are a person who deserves better in your life. But again, it's coming clarified by the word, and the word is can go like we have the fixed sign. Just give me a moment. The fixed sign. It's we have the Ariel here with the hair. Oh, I just realized. I believe it's called the Ariel with the hair, with the long hair, with the golden hair, the hair of gold that was kept captive in the castle by her stepmother that who stole her away when she was just a baby because her hair was making this old witch younger. This is the it's not, maybe it's not the Ariel, I believe it's called something else, but this is the story that I'm picking up from the card here. And in even in there, what to do we have? One day she decided that she's brave enough, she's courageous enough to step outside of the castle because her desire was to see something. It was a celebration of some sort, and she wanted to see it, and she took the risk and trusted herself in that journey and rediscovered herself. So I'm picking up kind of this message here. Aside of that, the world card itself, it's speaking about the ending of a cycle, of accomplishing something, being empowered, feeling seen, feeling celebrated at the same time. Let's take one more energy here with the Queen of Cups. Mm-hmm. Yes, what needs to end basically is with the moon, like confusion, illusion, disillusion, limiting beliefs that are not supportive of your growth. As you see, aside of perhaps for some of you might have like lost a job. I don't see other reasons. If you have a job, maybe you don't necessarily like the job, and you don't love it, you even maybe hated it, but maybe you are also fearful of finding something better, or the energy or the focus here is mostly on the what is happening in the background with you, your perception, your mentality, your emotions, and how you allow them to control you, or how you master them versus how you master them. And here you are advised to start mastering them. Don't allow these illusions, disillusions, or these beliefs where, oh, I'm not worthy. You won't say this consciously. Subconsciously, you will go for a job that is less paid than others. Subconsciously, you will choose a partnership that in which you lose more than the other person, or in which you do more than the other person. And so here, this is the energy from the moon, because it comes subtly from the subconscious, influencing your choices and actions there. It's not about you saying consciously, or, thinking that, oh, I'm unworthy. No, it's about you taking action in alignment with that energy, because our minds will never say that, or maybe will, but will usually not say that, oh, I'm unworthy. It's not, it's the mind, the brain is a protective mechanism, the ego as well. So it would not allow us. It would also not allow us to admit certain things, many things, like those that I've mentioned here so far. It's very difficult to, because it wants to protect whatever gets you sensitive, whatever makes you a little feel a little bit triggered. So, but these are just, as I said, like limiting beliefs that it is not even your responsibility. It was imposed onto you, or it was being told to you. It could also be limiting beliefs around money, around yourself, around what you think you should do in this lifetime, that can influence you at the same time. And so here, it's again the element of water coming forward here. The element of water is about your emotions and how you master them, because maybe you allow your fears to control you, you allow them to trigger you, and you allow them to create this illusion of, oh, I can't grow further, or I'll never be successful, or I'll never have money. This happens only to anyone else. No, actually, it starts with you. Once you decide that I'm the type of person who is visible, who is seen, who is celebrated, who is successful, no matter, let's see, what idea would I have, what would I love to do? If I would trust myself, if I would not have all these issues, what I would choose to do, what I would do to make a successful career or business, or source of income, what I would choose, and then work from there with confidence. You need to see it You need to see it, and you need to see yourself as capable of doing it. If you don't see yourself, if you see it only that others can do it but not you, you are in the Five of Pentacles, and you are supporting that energy to stay in your life. That's why it's so based on your emotions, your perspective, and the way that you are dealing with these things. And here is the thing with the work card. The work card comes when we have achieved the maximum level of knowledge in a specific situation. The word ends that chapter because there is nothing left for us to learn. So I feel like in this situation as you are right now, the only thing left to be learned, or if you wish unlearned, is here when it comes to your emotions, how you allow your emotions to influence you. Any form of insecurity, any form of self-doubt, any form of confusion, any form of illusion, any form of disillusion, this nightmares around these kind of things. This is where is the last lesson of this chapter, because once you start to step into your power, this is something that easily can be uh, fixed, if you wish, or clarified. It's not but you need to trust yourself, because this is how they work. They make you feel, or they make you believe that this is all you can achieve, or that this richness is only for others. It's not true. It's not true. You are capable of having the same success and financial abundance at the same time. And we do have, again, the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is an energy of investment and waiting for something to grow. We don't see it because it happens under the surface, but we don't, nevertheless, it's an energy that is very slow when it comes to having results for our efforts. Underneath, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So maybe you don't see it consciously. You don't see how abundant you can be, how rich you can be, how successful you can be. But just because you don't see it consciously doesn't mean that it's not there underneath the surface with the Seven of Pentacles. So you are encouraged here. If you feel like you are in a miserable job or whatever, you can change. It's in your power to change it. If you feel like you have you are passionate about something, it could be crystals, it could be sage, it could be tarot, it could be whatever. What would you do? It could be as a small business of your own. What can you do? And you can research ideas for small businesses and see what is out there. Research on YouTube. You will see many videos about anything. There are so many things, so many ideas. And then, just get yourself in this move. And if it's something like, oh, I want to win on the side, or maybe I want a better position, then again it relates with your confidence, because in order to take a better position, you need to trust yourself enough to apply for that position and to go for that interview with confidence. I'm capable of having this role. And as I said, just because you don't see it, the abundance or the success, it doesn't mean that it's not there. It's happening beneath the surface. You just need to help it a little bit with your water, with your emotions, with your trust, with confidence, and take action in alignment with it. And once you do that, we have the Judgment. You release this scarcity, this disappointment, this financial restriction, and you move towards that nine of Pentacles we were talking about earlier. So this is not something, this is just temporary. It waits for you to take the first step, to make the switch, to say no more. Is it easy? It's not easy. Nothing is easy in this lifetime. Is it fast? It can be. I'm not sure. It's not showing as slow or fast, but the value is in the journey, because once you have settled towards something that makes your heart sing, the rest is not even, you don't even feel the time. Why? Because you are constantly on a high vibrational energy, and when we are on the frequency of light, uh, it's instant. It happens instantly. We don't feel like time is passing. So pile number 2, this is what I'm having for you today. Thank you so much for being here. I wish you a lovely day, and we're going to speak soon. Bye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. You chose this Nine of Pentacles, which is from the Tarot of the Abyss deck. Let's go straight into the reading and find out what you need to know about your career and finances. For pile number 3, what do they need to know? We have the Six of Cups, the Hierophant. Let's take one more. The Five of Wands, right. At the bottom, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So the Six of Cups, the energy from the past, with the Ace of Swords, with the Wise One, which is the Hierophant, and the Five of Wands. It seems like your financial situation and career are affected and influenced by some values and ideas and principles you have been taught from a very young age in regards to this. We have the Wise One as the Hierophant, and the Hierophant comes with the traditional energy. In fact, in the story of the tarot, when we get to the Hierophant, is because we have learned all the basic traditional values. So we have a foundational information for our journey, and the next step is in the Lovers, where we get to decide if we continue to use the same information or we choose to grow in our journey and expand and explore other ways of living and other type of information we can access, other source of wisdom. And so the Six of Cups is this energy that is reminiscing over traditional aspects and things from the past. And with traditional values, principles, how you see your career, how you do things, there could be a sense of repetition, which I wouldn't be surprised, because we also have the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles, it does feel like something was built for you. Even it's for some of you, you have a business that was taken over, or a position that was given to you from or by your parents or by your peers, or you found your position through someone that is in your family. It doesn't have to be. This is one side that I'm picking up for some of you, if you resonate with this. Aside of this, and this is something that you continue to do because it is almost like a heritage. It's natural to do it because it's like your heritage, your family heritage. But you see, we have conflictual energy here. We have to clarify the other side of it. It doesn't have to be the physical heritage, but it could be the informational heritage, where you have and you hold the same values and principles, but also the same limiting beliefs that could pose conflict when it comes to growth and expansion. Because if the information that was transferred to you through education was able to provide more expensive energy, your parents would have made it already. So now you carrying this stone in your life is saying that you need to diversify, you need to observe what type of limiting beliefs you have around money, success, and career that might create stagnation in your life. The Eight of Pentacles is lovely depicted here as a builder, someone who is building a wall. And it reminds me of a story from another deck with the sun. I believe it's the, how it's called, I can't remember, where there was a heritage left under the wall. But I can't remember how it's called, the deck right now, but yes, but it was under the wall. So it kind of comes with the same energy here, and you build on the same energy, on the same information. Now let's clarify this to see if anything, because this is just the vibe of it. So it's not everything. It's just the overall energy, the first things that I'm picking up for you. Let's clarify the Six of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and it's encouraging you to step into your power, because you see, we have the Ace of Swords surrounded by past situations and the energy from the past, and then we also have the traditional values and educational factors and limiting beliefs. And the Ace of Swords comes clarified as the Nine of Pentacles. So it kind of imprisoned here, your truth is imprisoned in between what you have experienced in your life so far versus what you have been trained or taught to do, to think, to believe in regards to these two aspects, career and money. Let's clarify the Hierophant. And the Ace of Swords is a call for a breakthrough, some form of aha realization, an idea clarity that can help you to achieve, to master your life, your circumstances, and to create this Nine of Pentacles that is yours. It's your own heritage, basically. To not necessarily be a follower, but to create your own path, to forge your own path. Let's clarify the Five of Wands. Now, this is not something that if you know that your financial situation is amazing, and it's not something that is enforced onto you. I'm just mentioning what it comes forward. And if you are in a situation where what I have said so far have had an influence of stagnation in your life, of lack of growth, of maybe dissatisfaction or apathy, then this comes as an advice, this comes as guidance, because these are general readings, so take it as it resonates. Yes, it's very controlling. This energy is very authoritative, it's very restrictive at the same time, doesn't negotiate much with you unless it goes this way with the Emperor. Maybe this is an influence you have had from your father, or you have had a fatherly figure that influenced you in this direction. It could also be a mother that was more into her masculine energy, because masculine, we all have masculine and feminine energies. But see, the Four of Swords, we can't grow much. It's almost like we are scared to step outside of what was settled for us. And I kind of wanted to, but I'm not sure if I should. Let me see if I see it. Just a second. I'm not seeing it. Because we had the Ace of Swords and this beautiful depicted. I know that not everyone likes this style from the classic deck, from the Rider-Waite-Smith, that was illustrated by Pamela Smith. But the symbolism, the way that I and everyone could read with this deck is unmatched, because there is a lot going on here. And so, oh, here we have it. One second. Yes, here we have it, the Ace of Swords. So, as we can see here, we have a hand coming from the clouds. I felt like there is a message here, and I needed the image so I can touch all the symbols. We have all the clouds. The clouds are gray, so this is a symbol for, it could be conflict, it could be confusion, troubling situations. We feel a little bit trapped at the same time, and this hand brings the sword, and this sword is the energy of breaking through, mental clarity, truthfulness, and honesty all at the same time. We have the crown, which beautifully connects with the Nine of Pentacles here. The crown is bringing you the sense of empowerment and um, visibility at the same time, and truthfulness, and leadership, yes. And then we have the olive oil, and I'm not sure what branch this is, but one speaks about victory and success, and the other one speaks about peacefulness and wisdom at the same time. In the background, we have the mountains with a little bit of water, a symbol for all the journey you have passed through. You are outside in this journey, learning, growing, and expanding. And this comes out of nowhere, like a hand giving you some form of support or clarity or idea that can help you to break through from restrictive circumstances. I feel like most of all here is not necessarily about something that is negative, is just about you creating a little bit more space for yourself, so you can create your own vision, and so you can bring your own vision into whatever you're currently doing as a career. The wise one with the Emperor here tells me that you are following te whatever is being told to you, or whatever you have been told in your journey. The Page of Wands with the Six of Cups brings this energy that is very explorative. It connects with the past, something that you have experienced in the past, something that you have learned in the past. And so far, to be honest, outside of what I'm having here, I don't see anything negative. In fact, I see that if you're not in the Nine of Pentacles yet, you will be for sure. And the Nine of Pentacles, it's an energy of being rich. Like, you are on that level where you are not worried about money coming in. If you want to be on this, like your card is paying, you do have the resources, and you're also not afraid of depleting your resources, because there is always a flux, always a river of income bringing in money. And so this is the level of richness we see here with the Nine of Pentacles. Aside of that, it's also an energy that says you have created this for yourself. And so this is not necessarily a classic 9 to 5 job, generally speaking, but in combination with all these leadership positions, I could see some form of leadership position. If you haven't received one, if you don't have one, I see that you will get one in the near future. And the energy aside of that is very clean. It's very clear. Another thing here with the emperor can be quite restrictive. It's an energy of authority and empowerment and influence, but at the same time can be a little bit too restrictive with when it comes to listening to its heart, or just connecting its heart with his decisions. When it comes to pragmatical things, we always need to allow our hearts to be open in this process, because our souls communicate with through our hearts, through our emotions. If we think that, oh, the heart is the in, no, actually when you block your heart, you feel disempowered, or you feel unheard, you feel rejected. Why? Because you blocked your heart, you rejected yourself, you rejected your soul, and your soul communicates with you through your heart, and it's able to show you things that you are not able to see through your physical eyes or through your rational thinking. Many things can seem in a specific way, and they can result in very different ways when the reality hits in. So just because something looks good on the paper doesn't mean that it will look good on the long term. So that's why it's good to have connected your intuition in this process. It also brings vision and creativity at the same time, and satisfaction for your work and for what you're building. Let's clarify this Five of Wands here. Why do we have the Five of Wands with the Knight of Swords? It's a very specific energy, to be honest. It's very specific, this energy, and the message is coming forward. So if you're not someone who is following a specific traditional business that was settled for you by your parents, or a position of some sort, or a heritage of some sort, this could be you creating this heritage in the future. But for this, you need to reflect upon any belief system you have around money, around the finances, around your career, and to challenge whatever can create restriction, whatever can make you feel small, whatever can devalue what you're bringing into fruition, or your perspective over it. It's like creating insecurity or doubt in regards to your vision and what you want to bring into reality. Either way, I'm seeing an energy of, like, for some of you it could be like a spiritual teacher. We have the wise one, we have the emperor with the wise one, and I will mention in another reading, I believe I was talking about the good emperor and a leader of some sort that has a specific wisdom, that and a specific vision that will change, completely transform um, what is known in that area. So it could be, if you are a spiritual teacher, you have something that is very different, very unique, and it will change completely the understanding of spirituality. If you are in a business, you have a unique vision, and it's like you introduce the color yellow, or you come with another way of doing calculations in your business, or this is just an example, or marketing, and then it becomes so successful, it takes off, and then 10 years later, everyone is doing the same thing because it's so useful and it's so beneficial. So this is the energy. This is just an example, of course, but I just give these examples to help you see what I mean and what is the energy that I'm picking up here. With the Five of Wands, let's see, the Five of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Why do we have the Five of Wands and the Knight of Swords? The Chariot. Yes, right now you might get into specific, like with the Five of Wands, conflictual energy, argumentative energy, combative energy, maybe competitive at the same time. With the Five of Wands, the Chariot is advising you to not allow them to influence you, to not allow them to trigger you, because the Knight of Swords can be quite easily triggered. And the Knight of Swords, the thing is that is very smart, the Knight, but he hasn't yet mastered his element, the element of air, which connects with our mind, with how we speak, with how we communicate. And because of that, we have the tendency to become very many times taking decisions that are just on a whim. They are not well thought through. And so this is not something that supports you into this beautiful energy here. And so the advice here is to not allow these conflictual energies around you, or people trying to judge you or criticize you, to dictate your journey, because the Chariot speaks about success and victory despite the obstacles. But this comes with willpower and determination, having a clear vision, maintaining that clear vision, and not allow yourself to be distracted by what is happening in the left or right. It's kind of like driving a car. You won't sit driving the car and say, hey, lady, or hey, this, you won't do that. You will focus on your road. And so this is what he's saying here. Don't get distracted with what has absolutely no value for your journey, for your business, for your career, but rather stay focused on what matters. And because this is something that will support your growth. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups. Yes, I'm telling you, if it's not the King of Wands, the 8 of Cups, if it's not something that you have already taken over from someone like your parents, it's with the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, this is something that you create. This is a heritage that you create. So it's either one or another. You either take over a heritage left by your parents, or you create this heritage that you leave behind for society, for your family, because it's about financial resources at the same time. Even here we have the transfer from one hand to another, and this hand is younger, this hand is older, but we have it with, developed already, matured enough already to take over here in the 10 of Pentacles, the heritage of it. This can come double-edged, as I mentioned earlier. Watch on your and be careful about your limiting beliefs, and limiting beliefs, challenge them. But aside of that, we have again this energy of heritage, wish fulfillment, success, abundance. You will be extremely rich, extremely powerful. It all won't happen overnight. These energies are not slow in movement. These energies require time. This is that type of success that requires time. It's not something that happens overnight. It requires a lot of dedication and attention to details. It will require for you to sacrifice the speed of it, so you can lay it on the strong foundation. But once that foundation is being built, the growth from there will be in the 10 of Pentacles, the heritage, generational type of wealth, generational leadership or influence and impact on this planet. On this planet, it could be on a smaller scale, it could be on a bigger scale. You know exactly what you have to offer and what you are having in your mind to create, but the end journey is beautiful here in the 9 of Pentacles. It's not even the end, it's just like what will happen is beautiful. Yes, pile number 3. This is what I'm having for you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I wish you a lovely day, and we're going to speak soon. Bye.